how do you get customers and clients for free to your shop? What's going on, people? My name is Zulfikar and welcome to another video of my mini series on how to have a product or service which you can sell from anywhere in the world. So video one was about changing your perception about the online world. Video number two was about the first element that you need for any business, which was a shop or an office or a market stall. Video number two was about element number two in video three was about what products or services you could have, which you could sell from anywhere in the world. And now this video is going to be about how do you get customers and clients to your shop. So, linking this with the first episode, you've got to remember, back in the day, what was the situation when you had bazaars, when you had market stalls, when you had, those kind of things. People tried to put their market stalls in an area where there was most likely to be people, because that's what customers and clients are. They are people. In the modern day, in recent history, you had the shops in the cities. Why? Because cities generally have more people. So more people means more people will come to your shop. More people coming to your shop means more people will buy. And the same principles apply with the online business. The only difference is with a physical shop, with a physical market stall, with a physical office, you are limited to the amount of people that can come in. But with the online world, there practically isn't a limit. There's billions of people around the world. There are billions of people online. So technically, you can have a billion people come to your online market stall, shop, office, whatever you want to call it. But how do you do it? How do you get these people coming to you? So the first things, obviously, is doing what we discussed in the previous videos. You need to have your social media profile set up as an office, as a shop. And secondly, you need to have ready the product or service that you're going to sell, because this step will be irrelevant without those things. Or it won't be irrelevant, but it'll be much more difficult and a lot harder to accomplish your goal. So I'm going to share my screen to give you some examples, and I'll see you in a little second. Welcome back. So hopefully you can see my screen right now. So when it comes to getting people to your shop online, there are basically two ways you can do this. You can do this either from paid means or by organic means. And in the online world, the technical term is traffic. So what you want is traffic, and traffic means people coming to your social media platform, profile, your website, or whatever, wherever your shop is online. So the two ways to get traffic, you've got paid and you've got organic. Paid obviously means, you have to pay for it. So you'll have Facebook advertising, Google ads, and, other ways to use paid. You have to pay money to get the traffic to wherever you want that traffic to go. And the second way is organic, which is the three ways. And, there are many ways to get traffic, to get people to your site using free tools or content. And that's the key thing. Content is your best bet to get people to your shop or your social media profile. And I keep saying these things over and over again, which I need to stop saying. So I'm just going to say profile. So profile means your shop, your website, your YouTube channel, your LinkedIn channel, your Twitter channel, whichever. So I'm going to be saying profile, which covers all of them, so I don't keep repeating myself. And right now I'm on my Twitter profile. So I discussed last time how I've got this set up as a shop, and Facebook again, same. Oh, let's go to the home page. I've got that set up as well, and LinkedIn. We went through this last time. So how do you get traffic? You get traffic by obviously posting out content. So in this one, I'm going to be talking about free. In maybe another one, I'll talk about paid, but content is where you're going to get traffic. And what is content? Content is simply putting out tweets, written content, posts, videos, whatever. You're putting that out, and the whole idea is for people to see that content, and hopefully you're providing value in that content. I know that's a word that gets overused, but that content, it literally needs to inspire people to click on it, to watch it, and then if they like what they see, then they'll come and click on your profile. So to give you a very quick recent example, let's just take a look at a recent post that I did. Not even a post on mine, like I put a comment on somebody else's post, and commenting on other people's posts and other people's content is a great way to get traffic. Unfortunately, people do this the wrong way. They put comments which don't mean anything. They put comments which are a few words. And, you know, they might be well-intentioned, but putting something like "well done, great job, blah, 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 blah," that doesn't have any impact. Like you might think you're putting his name out there and you're going to get traffic from it. You're really not, because unfortunately, we're in a period where everybody's doing that, and everybody's doing it not because they actually mean well. They're doing it because they think that is what they need to do to get traffic. That's what they need to do to get the algorithms on their side, and you know, that's their way of thinking that they're going to get a lot more traction. But what you need to do is when you put comments on other people's content, they need to be thought out. They need to be thoughtful. They need to be a little bit more than just 1 or 2 words. For example, this comment right here, you know, somebody put 1 line, and from that 1 line, I put 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, basically 4 lines of content as a result. And because of that, let's just take a look at this tweet activity over here. How is tweet activity? View tweet activity, and because of that, almost 4,000 people saw that tweet, or you know, yeah, almost 4,000 people saw that tweet. 172 engaged with it, and 19 people actually clicked on my profile as a result of that tweet, and that's just 1 tweet. So 19 people visited my shop as a result of 1 comment. And you know, to give you another example of one of my prior performing tweets. So I wrote a tweet about Islam and education, and if you take a look at the tweet activity on this one, over 110,000 impressions. That means the times people saw this tweet. So 110,000 times this tweet was seen. Over 1,000 people engaged with it. Now you've got to bear in mind, I do not have a following on Twitter. I've got a very, very small following, and back then I almost had no following. This was a couple of years ago, and because of this tweet, you know, there's 473 likes, 350 retweets, and 93 people clicked on my profile as a result of that tweet, which means 93 people entered my shop. And you know, the reason why I'm showing you Twitter is because I've been concentrating on Twitter for the last couple of weeks. And the reason why I'm concentrating on Twitter is to show you this. So back in November 2019 and October 2019, I did not tweet at all. So there were no tweets basically in 2019. So last year at this point, I was not putting out any tweets. In December, I put out 8 tweets, but January of this year is when I thought I need to take Twitter more seriously. So I put out 319 tweets, and as a result, 307,000 people saw my tweets, and almost 3,500 people clicked on my profile, and 95 people followed me. So 95 people, so you know, 3,500 people visited my shop, my profile, and 95 of those decided to follow me, which means they saw something they liked, they enjoyed the content, they enjoyed the profile, so they found value somewhere. Now they are part of my world. And then just to go to recent, so October, last month, so October 2020, I only put out 107 tweets, but still 822 people visited my profile, but I lost 8 followers. So obviously I wasn't putting out good content. I'm not really active. However, these last 2 weeks where I have been putting a lot of effort into Twitter, I mean, more effort into Twitter, I put out 635 tweets, almost 300,000 people have seen my tweets, Over 4,500 people have visited my profile. So 4,500 people have visited my shop. And this is the point that I'm trying to get across. People are online. People will visit your shop. People will come and see what you have to say, but you've got to put out content. So that's your own content, and content by means of putting comments on other people's content. And out of 4,500, 83 liked what they see, and they have now followed me. And the whole point of building a following account is, everybody wants to be an influencer. They want loads of followers, likes, blah, 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 but that's not the way to look at it. The way to look at it is 83 followers means 83 people are interested in what I have got to say. So how many people would you get into your shop? If you had 83 people come into your shop, would you be happy with that? Of course you would, because that's what you want. And you got to bear in mind, this is me only recently starting to put more effort into Twitter, but the same principles apply in whatever platform. The reason why I like Twitter is because they give you these analytics. So in the last 28 days, I've had an increase of 370% in terms of the tweets I've put out, and over 400% in terms of the people seeing my tweets, and almost 1,000% increase in the people visiting my shop. And obviously I've had 85 people follow me as a result. So these numbers are massive considering how much time I've actually put into Twitter. I mean, I'm saying I put a lot more time in, but I'm not on Twitter 24/7, which I probably should be, because I'm on the different platforms. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm even on Instagram. I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my podcast. So I'm scattered across all of these things, which is the wrong way to do things. Pick one platform, two maximum, and your strategy is simple. Once you've got your shop set up, once you've got your profile set up, once you know what your service is, you just need to put out content in relation to your service. And you also need to engage with other people. Facebook makes it easier because on Facebook, you have got groups. So, if you are a copywriter and you're looking for clients in the personal development niche, you just go out and you find groups. So like on Facebook, everybody's got a group, and they're groups with 10,000 people in there, 100,000 people in there. Like I'm in so many groups myself, like I'm in all of these groups, which is too many. Really, you want to stick to 2 to 3 groups where your ideal client is likely to be, and you want to put thoughtful comments in there. The issue with Facebook is it's just full of rubbish. Well, I mean, to be honest, all these platforms are full of rubbish, but there's just a lot more crap on Facebook than the other platforms. No, that's incorrect. There's crap on every platform, but for me, I found it's easier to curate my Twitter feed. So there's crap on LinkedIn as well. There's crap on Facebook. There's crap on Twitter. But on Twitter, I'm finding it easier to curate my feed. So I'm only seeing things that I want to see. I'm only seeing accounts that I want to see. I'm only seeing content that I want to see. And the reason that is important is because what you consume will consume you. So you really need to take care of the content that you're seeing, on the content that you're engaging with. Facebook is just full of simple stupidity because people are just putting regurgitated crap, quotes, one-liners because they want to get engagement. And if you consume simple shit like that too often, you will become a simpleton yourself. So it's important to curate your feed, build an environment of people that you want to connect with the type of content that you want to see, and obviously put out content for your target audience market as well, because once they click on your content, they'll hopefully click on your profile, and if your profile is properly set up, then they are more likely to approach you for help or for your service. Same thing on LinkedIn. So that's my profile, and again, you just put out content every day, whether it's written content, whether it's video content, and of course make sure you comment on other people's content, because LinkedIn also shows you your metrics. So a couple of weeks ago, I've had over 100 people visit my profile for the first time ever. It's dipped now, and the only difference in this period here was me putting thoughtful content, thoughtful comments on other people's posts. So other people were putting out content, and then I was writing a thoughtful comment underneath, and as a result of that thoughtful comment, people were clicking on my profile, and then if they liked what they saw, if they were interested in my service, they connected with me. And some people did send me a message saying they're interested in this stuff and they wanted more information, and that's simply how you get leads for free from social media. The more time you spend, the better it's going to be. Obviously build your following, build your connections, but be consistent. That's the main thing. Like, the reason why I'm not an influencer yet, I will be, but the reason why I'm not an influencer yet is because I'm spread across all of these platforms rather than concentrating on one. And like I said, the reason I'm concentrating on Twitter is because these numbers are just crazy. It's an untapped market, in terms that not many people use Twitter to make money or to create a business out of it. I mean, obviously a lot more people are doing it now. There's this corner of Twitter called money Twitter, self-improvement Twitter, and a lot of people are making full-time incomes directly from Twitter. And again, the strategy is simple: put out content which other people find valuable, engage with other people, and get them to visit your profile, which hopefully should be set up in a way which will make interested people click for more information. So for example, 5,000 people have visited my shop, my Twitter profile, and on there I am directing them to go to my free course, and I have had few signups from this, but I need to work on my messaging. My messaging isn't great at the moment. I need to tweak that, and obviously that's another thing about marketing online. You have to continuously test and tweak until you've got the right combination. But the strategy, again, it's very simple: put out valuable content, engage with other people, get people to then click on your profile as a result, have your profile set up as a shop, and then those people who are interested in your service will then approach you. And again, this is a game which requires consistency. You know, you're not going to see results tomorrow, next week, next month. Well, you might next month, but it takes time to build this up. So stick to 1-2 platforms maximum, put out content, engage with other people, and be patient. If you've got any questions, hit me up. If there's anything you want to have me clarify for you, let me know. If there's any other specific things that you want me to discuss, let me know. Again, these were overview lessons. I will be going into more detail about all the tools and tips and strategies to help you on your journey. So let me know whatever questions you've got. I mean, some people have been hitting me up, and I've been responding to them in private messages and DMs. And I will be making videos based upon those questions that I've been getting. So whatever question you've got, let me know and I will make a video for you in the future. Until then, I hope you found a lot of value. I hope this was interesting. If it wasn't, even let me know, because I need to make sure I'm not making boring crap videos. And if you did find value, give it a like, give it a share, let other people know about it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my podcast, and connect with me on whichever social media platform you see me on. Although I'm going to be concentrating on Twitter, I still will be checking out the other platforms pretty much on a daily basis. So until then, take care, guys. Bye-bye.